I have the absolute joy to talk about my book, my memoir, Not All Heroes Wear Capes. And then whilst I'm here, I've been able to visit schools and I get to talk to the students about accepting who they are. You know, there's very much a pressure in the world right now to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way. And I'm like, no, you need to be yourself. 1, 2, 3. I'm so glad you asked because I'm absolutely bricking it. There's a question that we hear every day. How are you doing? I want people to be able to answer that honestly. That's something that's really, really important to me. Take off the fake smile, just if you're happy, amazing. If you're sad, let's share that, let's talk about that. And then after that, celebrate all your beautiful, authentic self. They're the two takeaways that I hope people have. I visited 2 schools this morning and we had over 200 students just listen so patiently, so respectfully. And I was like, have you got any questions? And so many hands went up. And once they knew about my condition, my face, Treacher Collins, they were like, that's cool. We want to know the important stuff. What's your favourite football team? What's your favourite musician? And then they had more questions about family. You know, I don't know who my birth parents are, and they really wanted to know around feelings and emotions around that. And I've always found that children ask questions often when it's something that they're going through or that's on their mind. So I did get a vibe that they just really connected with me in lots of different ways. So I have an imagination, always had this imagination. Even with my birth parents, I'd never met them, but I've created backstories for them and I knew what they looked like in my head. None of this is factual, but it was all in my head. I've always had that information. And then when it comes to reading and somebody giving you these little prompts and then your mind's just running away with that character building and you've got these images in your head, yeah, finding a book, finding a character that you connect with is pretty special. And for me, being old paper, the feeling of a book, I hope that is never lost in this digital world. Another message, and I think it was really big on my life, when I hated my appearance and I was struggling in life, I hid away and I denied myself so many opportunities of restoring my faith in humanity. And so if whatever you're going through, just try and step outside and you might smile at a stranger and you might get a smile back. It might be a good morning, a little nod, but those little moments, these little interactions that we have with other human beings just help us feel belonging. And that was huge in my life. And I know at times it's quite hard to do and the world can be quite isolating as well. But yeah, try and step outside and interact with the world around you.